Hello, everybody. My name is Lewis Lee from All Ends Media, and this is Planning Traffic. And I'd like to thank everybody in the chat room and on YouTube for hanging out with us tonight. We have some special guests. Nelson.
Hey guys, Nelson Gill here. I'm the owner of Boss Hog Torque Converters. We manufacture high-performance torque converters, and we actually put our own twist on it, where we can actually manage and match up a stall and tell you within as much as 100 RPM of exactly what that's going to do with your particular setup. Now, one of the geniuses behind all this is my daughter, Nora. And she actually helps out a lot down the here at work, and she wanted to talk to you about torque converters and the stuff that she's actually done with the hot waters of tomorrow. So how she actually got started with that was we were actually at a car show where they were the hot waters of tomorrow were, and little Nora actually built or basically tore down a 5-horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine and rebuilt it.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
they, of course, under their tutelage and stuff, step by step, but
Yeah.
she did the work.
Great.
Nora.
So Nora, how old are you?
6, about to be 7.
About to be 7. And I think it's tomorrow, you were saying.
Tomorrow. Yes, sir.
So we're gonna say happy birthday early. So you're turning what, 22?
No, 7.
Oh, 7. Okay, gotcha. Okay, Nora, listen, I have no clue on anything about torque converters. So can you help me understand how it works?
Yes.
Okay. So, Nora, let's go over the torque converter. Do you want to explain what it is up on the board first? So we've got a drawing up here about how torque converters work and, their pieces and stuff. I hope, can you guys see that okay?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. All right, no more tuning of the guys. We're on 2. Okay, Nora, explain what you got, and you got to speak up, okay?
This is a bottom.
What else is it called?
Front cover.
Okay.
This is a bearing.
Mm-hmm. What comes after that?
This is a trimmer.
Okay, is that what drives the car?
Yes. This is another bearing.
Okay.
And this is a spacer.
Okay.
Another bearing. And the top.
Did y'all hear that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So, Nora, we actually have a torque converter right here, and what we're going to do is kind of aim it down just a little bit so she can kind of go over the torque converter.
Okay.
So, when you actually install it, it goes into, what is that?
Top. Front gear.
The front pump gear. Okay.
Pump gear, okay.
And this is actually fixed in the transmission, that this actually goes in this way into the impeller hub. Okay, Nora, you go ahead and show them that. Now, you do your spiel.
Okay. This is the top.
Okay.
This is the bearing.
And the bearing, can you just put it in any way, or does it have to go specific?
You have to go specific.
Oh. See, I would have put it in backwards.
You can put them in backwards and it won't work.
This is the stator, and you put this bearing on top of it, and this bearing on the bottom.
Okay.
Yep. And we're going to you guys see that?
There.
There it is.
Yep. Now you see that didn't work that way.
And then we put it this way and try it again.
Oh yeah, look at the difference. Okay.
What is that piece?
Now this is a turbine.
Turbine.
This
How many of these ports have you made?
100?
No, a little over that.
122.
Okay, there you go. What is that?
This is another bearing. You just put it on top of it.
Okay.
And if that doesn't work, put it the other way.
There you go.
And this is the bottom.
The bottom. Okay.
This
That
is
looks
where
pretty.
you mount
They mount it.
it. That's where it bolts up to the engine via the flywheel. Now, as this thing spins around and stuff, what is a big word, Nora?
Algorithm.
What is an algorithm?
Mathematics.
Mathematics for what?
Centrifugal force.
That's right. So why do we use mathematics? Why do we actually study all of this?
For scholarship.
That's right. So now tell me this, Nora. What is another thing that we use here? What's a big word that we use?
Tungsten carbide.
And what do we use tungsten carbide for?
Cut metal.
That's right. On the lathe machines.
Lathe machine.
Okay. What else? What machines have you run here at Acc Performance?
I have shrunk wrapped a pilot.
For shipping.
I figured boxes. I made torque converters like that one.
Yeah.
And made bigger ones too, which I can actually carry.
Oh yeah.
Machine all the way.
Over that. The Cnc Lathe.
Yep.
That's pretty cool, Nora. I had no clue how those worked.
Yeah. Well, she knows how to turn on. It's a Doosan 310N. I don't know if you're familiar with CNC equipment.
A little bit.
Okay. This is a CNC lathe machine. It's got a 12 position cutters and drills and stuff, and it's got an LNS bar feeder on it. And she knows how to cut the power on and turn the machine on, and basically start it up and run it. Okay, you can do that. And she's also run a 110-ton press to press parts in, and so that we can prepare them for how we're going to actually remake those torque converters. Now she wants to go over, what is that called?
A catalog.
Okay. What does it say up there?
Boss Hog, 50 years strong.
That's right.
Wow, you've been there for 50 years?
He has.
Oh yeah, he's the old guy.
He's 52.
Oh yeah, okay.
Gonna be 53. So he's been here for like almost 52 years.
Yeah.
16 years.
Really.
She wanted to show that she's actually in the catalog right here.
Okay.
She was at a car show and stuff. That's actually standing in front of a Regal Grand National. That was at the Motorville show in Lenexa, Kansas. And what is that? That's CJ Mowry. He's from that car show, and we have Crab Who, Dennis Landry with Six Pack Freddy Garage down in Louisiana.
Nice. So
And,
Nora, Nora, I think you should have a special edition color for you, the Nora special edition, like maybe a purple or a pink one. What do you think?
Yeah, I like blue.
Blue? That's my favorite color too, blue. Tell your dad you want a special blue one. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Nelson.
Do an anniversary.
Yep, we need a special one for Nora with Nora's name on it in blue. Right, Nora?
Yep. Well, actually, we've had a customer come by and directly request that she signed it to the converter.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty nice. She actually put the torque converter in the box and stapled it up.
Pretty
Sure
cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Nora, I heard that you worked on a Briggs and Stratton motor.
Uh-huh.
How was that? Tell us about that.
Tell us about it.
I broke it apart.
Was it fun?
And yes, it was. It was very, very fun.
Okay, we got to talk about your pay. Is your dad paying you right? Because, child labor laws.
They don't really pay me. I just find it around the house.
Oh, pretty cool.
And that was, I think I got a sunburn.
Yeah, she took the muffler off, the carburetor off, the intake off. She got the magneto off. She took it all the way down to the piston and crankshaft, and she took the push rods out, the rockers, and she went back together with all of it. So.
Nice. It's a blessing to be able to have the youth work on stuff at an early age. It really is.
Oh yeah, we really enjoy that. Nora's actually been invited to come to the SEMA show this year.
Oh yeah.
So yes.
Nora,
So,
we're gonna have. Nora, when we get to SEMA, we're gonna have to share a nachos. We got a place where we get nachos. You like nachos?
She did.
She loves it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we got a spot.
Yes, sir. And I think that we actually have a surprise potentially coming up with Sam Madavi.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to be visiting Georgia soon. Back when she's going to be back in school later. We can't talk about it, but
Okay.
yeah.
It's going to be next year.
Mm-hmm. But she may be a guest on Sam's Garage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be nice. Can I have your autograph if you do?
You're going to get the autograph at the SEMA?
Uh-huh. I
Yeah,
already have some stuff that I can give them.
Okay.
Awesome. What are you going to get?
Yeah. This is right there.
What?
Stuff I'm going to give them.
Okay. I don't know what this is. Be afraid.
Maybe it's a checkbook.
Yeah. Where's the checkbook, Nora?
The green
I
stuff.
have
Your dad's buck.
these.
Okay.
She's got her name signed with little hearts that she wants to hand out.
Nice.
And
Okay,
We may have to get hero cards.
I'll be looking forward to it.
yes. I got a whole bunch of those.
What's your favorite thing to see at SEMA? What do you want to see at SEMA?
People.
People? Which people did you want to see?
I want to see Sarah Edwards, Terry Wilson,
Okay.
and you.
Okay, great.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Terry Wilson's in
Can we
there.
see Mr. Ray?
Hi, Ray.
Hi, Nora.
Hi, Terry.
I see you over there. I see you. I heard it's your birthday too.
Uh-huh.
It is tomorrow.
Because you called us.
I heard it's Nora's birthday.
Sure enough.
I thought she was going to be 21, but she said 7. I don't know.
Yeah. Going on
I'm
21.
gonna give out these. These.
These are her autograph cards that she's going to give out to us at SEMA.
Oh, I can't wait. You know,
And
I cannot wait.
this.
Nice. So Nora, what is your favorite car? Do you have a favorite
So are we
car?
gonna have to get pictures?
A car?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your
The
favorite car?
Supra.
No, wow.
A Supra. I bet you like the black one, huh?
Yeah, we did it here. We wrote it.
It's
Here.
there.
Okay.
Are we allowed to talk about it?
Want to take a picture of it?
I can show you a picture of it.
Oh, you're
Tell him about the Superman.
it only has 2 seats. One.
Okay, 2 seats. So we can't take
Yes,
teddy
and
bear
it looks
with
like
us.
this.
Whoa.
Oh
And
yeah,
it looks like that.
that's pretty tough.
Nice.
And so, and I get to see. I
Hey,
get
who's
to
that?
sit in the front a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
I like that picture.
Hold on.
That was the one on my backdrop for PRI.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I have Terry and all that stuff. Okay.
Terry. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, man.
we lost Terry.
What is it that you're wanting to learn next here at work, man?
Hold on. Lathe machine.
You want to run
Lathe.
the machine? Okay.
You know, I want to learn. I want to learn that too. I know how to use a wood lathe, but I never did a metal lathe. I'd like to learn more about metal.
And I would like to weld, spray art weld. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. We actually did this right here the other day.
Days ago. And
Okay.
we actually brought the Supra to work.
Did you?
To work with.
Is it fast?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Did your dad let you drive it yet?
No. Wait.
Okay.
That's going to be loud.
I
You might need some pedal extenders.
But I don't know if I have it on your phone. I think that's on your phone.
What's the tip?
Of me, I was sitting on your lap while driving well, we didn't really have the Jeep. The van was getting fixed. And I got to ride
Ride in a new Jeep.
yes,
That
Yeah.
was the first time she ever been in a Jeep.
yes.
So,
Oh, they're nice, huh?
I've actually was sitting on my dad's lap.
mhm.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how my girls learn to drive.
Yeah, mine too.
Give it one. There you go. Hit me. Shut up.
So Ray, you got any questions for Miss Nora?
She's teaching. She's going to teach me some things. You know.
Yeah.
I wish I was half that smart at that age. Jeez, and that's great because you can learn so much more when you're younger. You know, it's wasted on most of us because we're just out there having fun. But this young lady is getting quite an education, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Not only with the torque converters, but the tools and the machinery.
Yeah, she's
That's
way ahead
great.
of the curve. Way ahead of the curve. That's great.
So
Now
we're
just to
gonna
bring back
show
some
you-
manufacturing in the country, so she can be the run
The
a
boss.
yeah,
We're doing
run
our best.
run a plant.
Let me do this right here for you guys so you can actually see.
might be loud.
Wow.
Excellent.
That's
That's great.
great.
Yeah, and we got tons of other stuff, and yeah, just like that. And,
Nelson, where can people go see your website and stuff?
well, it's you can go to accperformance.com or bosshogtorqueconverters.com. We're picking up more and more social media, so we actually just joined TikTok, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Just trying to share some stuff. We're on Instagram at bosshog.acc. On LinkedIn, we have over 30,000 followers there, and we're also, always on Facebook as well. So at ACC Performance, and we're always just putting stuff up there. And Nora's on there. You can actually watch her build out torque converters on the bench. And I think we got a couple of other videos of her packaging parts and setting them up to go out UPS and putting stickers on them and all that stuff. So, it's a full circle thing. And we train from the ground up, man. We got a bunch of really good people. Mike Norton is great, and he kind of helps me out a whole lot. And we've actually had guys from an insurance sales guy that name's Tyler Sibley. He is just a phenomenal welder. He's got the hand-eye coordination that just really, just is awesome. And he can lay down some welds that are, you just think that it was just actually a piece of that metal.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like, I'm sure you've seen some stuff that you've seen at my booth at SEMA, to where that it just looks like one solid piece, really smooth. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And Dwayne Max has come in and hung out with Nora one day, and we're gonna do some stuff up. And our booth at SEMA is actually going to be directly across from the Miller booth. And so
cool.
I'd like for her to hop down and go run a bead.
Now, is it going to be the same spot or is it a different spot?
It's really close to where it was. Do you remember where Miller was? A little bit towards the Ford place, just 2 aisles up.
Yeah.
They're in the exact same place, and I'm closer to Ford, but I'm the only island booth over there. Not the island booth, but the only linear booth right there facing me.
Okay.
So it's going to be awesome. Yes,
Nice.
Nora, what would you like to say?
Actually, sat on the lap.
Did you? That was his shoulder, not his lap. Okay. So we got a picture on Facebook where he actually picks her up and holds Nora up like that. So they're going to begin welding. Yeah. So it's going to be fun in SEMA, isn't it? She's actually been requested to come by the Hot Rodders at tomorrow booth. I'm pretty sure that she's going to be rebuilding the bringing stuff again. Yes, you've done it, but you're going to show people how to do it again. Because you've done it. Okay. And so yeah, we just got a lot of stuff lined up for this. And I've had a lot of people ask me about the SEMA show and if it was, what the things are. Just a minute. Yes. And are they going to hold it? Are they going to, is it still going on? I know that we're getting updates continuously on the situation and stuff, and I know that they've sold out like 99% of all the booths already.
Nice.
And they're still hard charging. I mean, it seems like they expect this to happen this year.
Okay, that's good to hear.
I heard that from multiple people. Yeah, it's definitely going to be good for us and stuff.
Great. I need to
I'm
do my
excited
application.
about all the stuff that's here. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we're fixing to start writing up all of our people that we're bringing and trying to line all that up. We're still studying on a couple of new things that we're going to surprise at SEMA that we talked about before and stuff about looking into the diesels and possibly getting into this this 10-speed automatic too. So that's going to be one hell of a converter. It's going to be about literally 50% the weight reduction.
Wow.
So we're trying to build one that only weighs approximately 25 and a half pounds instead of 52 pounds.
You know, you don't realize, but the weight makes a big difference.
Oh man, it actually takes horsepower to turn that extra weight around. So you can say that it's not necessarily a gain; it's just you're preventing the loss. So rotating mass is just huge.
Oh yeah.
Nora has actually been there's something that came up there with Matco, man. She has not actually started welding yet. She's watched some people with some really nice PPE for her protection and stuff when she's had a welding coat on. Even though she hasn't touched the stick or anything, but she's actually watched MIG welding and tacking and stuff. So she's trying to learn angles and see what she can do about reading the puddle. So she's just trying to absorb what's going on with that.
Nice.
And we were at Air Gas.
Now, by the time she's 12, she'll be a master.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
I hope so.
Yeah.
There's something to it, man. I mean, it's just time behind the sticks, in doing it. What do you want to say, man?
My brother has welded for his first time.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's 22, and you're going to be 7.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to be 3 times faster than that. Okay. Okay.
And he's actually here.
Yes, he is. What's his name?
His name is Ryan.
That's right. Yeah, so Ryan's in the back right now. He's kind of overseeing. He's a shop lead for a second shift right now, so we're trying to put that up and get that going. So we truly family run, family operated here.
That's
we
nice.
have we have 23 employees and counting. So we're trying to hire on now, and we're trying to get into the city. We've been approved to expand another 36,000 square feet.
Really?
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
He knows more than I ever knew about a converter.
Right?
Totally amazing. That's so cool.
And you know what's nice is
Cool.
it's nice that you're teaching her this stuff, but it's nice that she really wants to do it. I mean, she's happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knows all the pieces, the whole deal. I mean, it's great. Converters are very complicated pieces of equipment.
Yeah, they are.
There's a lot of voodoo in there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I like helping, or maybe it's because I collect bottle caps for arts and crafts.
Okay. You enjoy helping?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Running the CNC machine?
Yes.
You like using the tweezer thing and fixing the turbine hub?
Yes.
That's cool. So you want to learn the lathe machines? Can you stop?
Yeah. If I ever come down there, I want to learn it too, so we could do it together.
We can definitely show you how to do the spray arc transfer and stuff.
I would love to see that.
You. Yeah, come on, man. I mean, anytime. We've had Mean
set up-
Squirrel visit.
You need to set up a spray arc transfer display at SEMA.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Well, actually, we can walk right. I mean, not kidding. They're 10 feet away, so we can mess around with the equipment that they've got and run a couple of beads over there.
That's
because
cool.
the machines that they have are capable. I don't know if they have the proper gas there and stuff, but certainly I'd love to show you guys that we've got actually 4 different stations set up to where we pull out of 1,200-pound drums of wire. So, and we are just now putting in our first microbolt 1,500 liter argon gas system with our own manifold. So I get to play with all the gases and stuff. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So we can manipulate this and get a better spray arc and stuff like that. So, would you quit walking around? What are you doing? Okay, we'll come over here and answer some questions. I'll tell you what, I grew up, I played football, I've done a bunch of stuff, and I never remembered having this much energy.
Right.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay. Do y'all have any more questions for Nora?
What's your favorite subject in school, Nora?
Hey, talk, Nora.
Recess.
Recess. Nice.
Recess.
No.
That was mine too.
Good answer.
What do you like to study?
At school?
Yes.
Math.
There you go.
I'm going to ask you if you're good in math. I would imagine you would be, yeah.
Yeah. Math will get you far.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
I have math games on my phone.
Oh, cool.
So that's
I need to
how
get
much
some.
I love math.
Yeah. Math is fun.
It is fun.
Math can explain every single thing in the world. Did you know that?
Pretty much.
Especially if you throw in a dash of science. You know, a little
That's a sprinkle.
sprinkling of some physics, a little bit of chemistry, and now the world is your oyster.
Yeah, man.
I can see your car.
What kind of
Yeah.
car is that, man? Is that that's Camaro, right, John?
Yeah. It's the one I'm building for a friend up in Pennsylvania.
Isn't this the month it's supposed to be out of here?
Yeah, well, I have about 10 things on order that are back ordered because they're just not around.
Wow.
I'm waiting for power steering fittings. I'm waiting for that blockout plate in the center of the dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
There's a list of stuff that's just not available at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have things to do, so I'm good.
Were you able to start it yet?
No, I until I get the rest of the power steering plumbing done, and then I have to contact our friends over at AutoWire. I got to get a complete harness, but I need some differences. I need a stock harness with some options.
Yeah.
The kid wants to put power windows in the doors. He doesn't want to put power windows in the rear quarter windows.
Huh.
And he wants to, nobody's ever going to sit in the back. He wants to have a dual switch for the windows in the console as opposed to being on the doors. So I need the wiring harness to be able to compensate for coming from the fuse box over to the center console and then come back out and go to each door.
Yeah.
So that's basically it's going to be, I guess it's pretty much a stock harness with the power window leads just being custom.
We talked about it years ago, but there's a company that makes it's a CAN bus, a controller area network.
Yeah.
It's something just like that. So you have your heavy leads go into a box, and everything else is run with very light gauge wire. So you're not running big runs of 10 gauge wire.
Right.
That's the way to
I
do
think
it.
on this car though, because since it's American Auto Wire's got the whole deal with sockets and plugs and switches and everything like that. And I spoke to Tori, and he said, yeah, they can customize, some of these pigtails that you need changed out. So
I'll tell you, Tori just hooked me up this week with my bumpers for my Pontiac.
Oh yeah,
he knows a guy, and I didn't even
know everybody.
I'll tell you, I didn't even talk to the guy. Tori took the information and then said to me, okay, where do you want them sent? I said, send them to the shop because that's where the car is. They showed up there yesterday. I didn't even pay for them yet.
Wow.
Like, Tori, how do I pay for this? I said, let me give you a credit card number. He goes, no, the guy's old school. He wants a check. I'm like, tell me where to mail it. You know, it's like, let me get the invoice first. So, all right, dropped it in the mail today.
So you got 2 brand new chromed up bumpers.
Yeah, from AMD. What with AMD?
So yeah, AMD's great. So you don't have to worry about doing anything with your old ones.
No, I could tell just by, I took them out of the box to inspect them. They are lighter than the original bumpers. You can tell just by hefting them. They're a little lighter. So I saved a little weight, but they look good. So
as long as they look good,
And the price is way different. I mean, I'm saving a lot of money. A lot of money.
Compared to that 900 a bumper, huh?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
It's always a good thing. Yeah. Oh, Tori, Brian needs some help with a. Well, yeah, his buddy with the olds with the Duramax diesel in it. He can't keep a tranny together.
Oh yeah.
A 66 holes with a Duramax?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's
got to be an awesome ride, man. I would suggest Ryan over Performa Build, man. He's he really knows his stuff and he's very thorough. So I'm pretty sure he could put something together for you.
We had him on the show, right?
Together for him. Hold up.
Ryan, what kind of transmissions he trying to run?
I think he's got a turbo 400 in there now.
Really?
Is that what he said? I know we talked about this a few weeks ago.
Well, I don't know. You could build a turbo. Nelson knows.
Was he having
build a turbo 400 that has 2,000 horsepower, but I don't know. Yeah, he needs to go to somebody who knows what you're doing.
It's all bottom end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there is different cores of transmissions, and they actually, Allison has a really nice one out, almost with like anti-ballooning plates. Which we could we could actually customize one up.
He's actually running the transmission that came with the Duramax.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be an issue.
I wouldn't think so.
That's got to be whoever's building it. Using those China
thrashing, man. I mean, that's the front of the car. That's going to be a fun ride, man.
Oh yeah.
The car looks all stock from the outside too, which is cool. Flat hood, it looks all stock.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Except you can hear it coming.
Yeah.
Well, the Duramax is pretty quiet though.
Yeah, man.
Compared to a Cummins.
So So we got some equipment. We were talking about that CNC machine, and Nora also likes to handle the steel turnings. I'd like to show you guys one of them. The metal. Remember
the shavings.
Okay, can you talk to them about that? I'm going to go get one of those slivers. You sit here and talk.
Okay.
You take a dad's seat.
I am just reading the
Chat room.
thing. Okay, I'm getting.
That's a curl. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
This right here is probably 7.5 foot long, and it actually cuts this in about 7 seconds.
Really?
That's good.
Yeah. You got to hold it just right, or it'll cut you.
Oh yeah. They put a hit on you.
To get that, it's the right amount of pressure, cut, and speed.
And the sharpness of the tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're using what's known as some super drills. They hit it directly on, but yeah, the machine is just extremely powerful, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Good Christmas decorations on the tree.
Right.
I put it up in my office. So.
You just gotta tell people don't touch the tree.
That's funny.
Yeah, so. All right, we'll switch chairs so that you can have fun, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, so who all's coming to SEMA these days, man? John, you coming?
I decided I'm not going this year.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's just
Okay.
too
Right.
much going on, and I don't honestly believe that this thing's going to be at the point where it's, safe enough.
I'm still 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just don't think it's going to be good enough in terms of. It's not like I'm worried about my safety. It's just the fact that you're going to get people from all over the world going there. It's going to be this huge pot stirred up with all these people that are showing up for a week.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to sit out 2020. I'll go back in 2021 once everything's really calmed down. I wouldn't hesitate to go if at this point in time the whole country was dropping everything.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
not
got
so.
spikes everywhere, and there's no promise that there's going to be any kind of medication or vaccine or any of that stuff. And then you got all this politics thrown in it. And trust me, I don't know what's going to happen come election day.
Yeah.
We may wind up burning down after the election if it goes one way or the other. I think this is the wrong time to travel. So,
What do you think, Ray?
I'm not going.
Yeah, everything is. I agree. Everything is totally up in the air. There's a lot of unknown. I mean, like you said, I look at the map of the country, and everything else is just Nassau County right now. Where I am is like 0. We finally hit like nothing. Suffolk County is a little bit higher than us, but I don't know how we did it. But now that all the word around here is about Florida and the southern states and California and Texas, so I don't know. And then the election is a whole nother issue. That's a whole nother. God help us.
I know.
That don't work out.
So who knows?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe go out there for maybe a day or two. Maybe 2 days. Hit some of the industry parties. Make it.
I mean, that's where you'll be in the closest.
Check it out.
Well, you'll be in close proximity. Imagine in Vegas if they put on a mandatory quarantine like they did up here. You fly in, you gotta stay for 14 days.
That's terrible.
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, nationwide, the numbers
My brother.
a month from now could take a serious nosedive. And all of a sudden, they're getting a handle on this thing. But, usually by now, I've already registered. I've already made my reservations. I've already bought my plane tickets. I haven't done any of that. And me and Barb just said, you know what? Let's just stick around the house. That'll be the end of that.
Yeah.
By the time SEMA rolls around, I'll be very deep into the Trans Am. I need that time to work on that car. So
Good.
It's not like I'm missing anything.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Well, if you do get some time, man, you need to drive up, man. Check out the shop. I think Lewis, you were talking about coming down and trying to take a class from Dwayne Maddox, weren't you?
Yeah, Dwayne.
Is that
He's
going to
doing.
happen soon?
I don't know. I got to get a hold of him. I haven't. Me and the wife are going back and forth what we're doing yet, but Dwayne has put together a forge shop.
Oh, nice.
He's gonna hold classes, but I'm not sure if he's gonna start that yet or not. So I need to get a hold of him. But that was one of the options to go down and me and my wife take his class. So I got to get a hold of him and and work it out, work the numbers out, with the chief and high commander. She might want to go to the beach. You know what I mean? I gotta see what we gotta do.
We're on the way. So,
Yep. But yeah, I'll probably know something. Sometime next week, I'll probably know something. Yep.
Okay.
But hey, guys, I gotta jump off early, so I'll kick somebody else in. Nora, I really appreciate you coming on the show. We love hearing your expertise.
And Lewis, I need you to send me the info from Mark Mathot from last week.
Okay.
I want to get him on the show. I sent you an email. I want to get him on the show on Sunday. Maybe give us a. I mentioned him last Sunday. I'd like to get him on and a little spot, but I need contact info.
Okay.
I guess he didn't fill out his form.
Nope, he didn't fill out the form.
No, so if you could just send me contact, that'd be great.
Yep, I'll do that right now before I can get off.
Yeah, I told Chris about he's a big he's a cartoonist, and when I held up the Cartoons magazine, he just flipped. He's like, "What?" And then I gave him kind of the brief overview of what happened with the magazine, and he was stoked. He says, "Oh, let's get this guy on." I'm like, "Okay, I'll put out the word."
I subscribed.
What's that, John?
I subscribed.
Do you?
Did you?
Okay.
But yeah, while the show was rolling, I went on their website and I subscribed. When you subscribe to the print, you also get the digital version.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'd say.
So I put in all my info, put in the card, the whole deal. I ordered decals.
Nice.
As a matter of fact, I got the last 3 of the particular cartoons decal that he got.
Cool.
And then they sent me an email with the last 2 magazines in digital form. So I downloaded them, put them in my computer, and I read one of them last night, and I'll probably read the other one tomorrow. So it's great.
Excellent.
Fantastic seeing those characters from the past.
Yeah.
Back again.
Right.
It's totally awesome.
Well, I'll tell you, I found another one from 75.
Cool.
And,
is that Speed Racer's Mach 5 on the cover? What's on the cover?
That's a Corvette.
Oh, okay. I saw the white and the red, and it looked like the Mach 5.
This thing is the paper is like that brownish color. But the Craft and Bernie, it's funny, they were running that in Carcraft magazine. And now that I look back at the original, it's the same exact people, the same head. So either they were rerunning old issues or the cartoons were just still drawing them the way he drew them back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Very cool.
One of the artists, one of the main artists there, I follow him on a Facebook page.
Uh-huh.
And he does those live drawings on his computer.
Yeah.
He's part of the magazine, and he does all his own stuff, and he goes live, and he sends the link out to cartoons and also to Facebook. And I'm just amazed at how this guy does that cartoon drawing, but on a tablet.
Oh.
It's insane, the program that he has, and the way he just, with the stylus, he just clicks different things. He changes brush size and shading and coloring and the whole thing. He's a whiz on something that he used to sketch, I'm assuming, with markers and a pencil.
Yeah.
Now he does it in layers, and then he puts those layers together. It's the most amazing drawing program I've ever seen.
Yeah, the tattoo shows will use that too. I remember seeing that a few years ago and saying, wow, they just adapted to it real easy.
It's so cool. Very cool. Yeah. And I like the way the magazine is taking some of the characters and they're mixing them together within the magazine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really cool. There's I forget. It's a big muscle guy and his girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
I forget their names. They go out on a road trip and the fan belt breaks. And they happen to be near where Krause and Bernie are.
Uh-huh.
So later in the magazine, they make a phone call to them. And now you've got those guys together.
Nice.
And then all of them wind up going out to who's that guy out in Utah, a custom car builder?
Utah is
Bitch and Ride, the guy from Bitch and Ride.
Yeah.
Oh, King Dick. Dave King Dick.
They wind up. They all go to Kindig's, and they
wow.
do a custom car at Kindig's shop.
Cool.
So you got all these people together. It's like
what? Yeah, he said last week that he was incorporating a lot of the current
builders.
Yeah.
Magazine,
awesome.
Yeah.
That was in one of the magazines that I downloaded.
Right. Nice.
Okay, guys, I'm cutting out. Nora, thanks for coming to hang out with us.
Nelson.
Bye.
I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.
All right. So long. Oh man.
Bye.
Boy, you tired, huh?
Yeah, another one of those days. You know, it's just
Oh yeah.
yeah. It's either I'm doing too much and getting real tired, or I'm not doing enough and I'm getting
Addictive, man.
tired. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't found that happy medium yet. And I keep saying, well, you know, at this advanced age, I deserve to be tired. You know,
Exactly. You know how you feel.
I know.
All right.
Man, oh man.
Man, we appreciate having us on and stuff, man.
Yeah, nice surprise.
I'm surprised that she's been this good this long.
She was great.
Normally she'll come in when she came in. What time did you get into work this morning? 9 o'clock. She's actually coming to work with me sometimes at 5 in the morning. And
Wow.
she'll go and go all day long. And come 5:30, 6 o'clock, she's just still walking off and leaving me, just skipping through the shop. I'm like,
Wow. Yeah.
where do these kids get this in?
Yeah.
Young.
Just
We had it
right
too.
Oh yeah.
recovering.
I remember the days of getting 2 or 3 hours worth of sleep and then getting right back to working on the car.
Sure.
Work till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed. Skip meals all day long because I had a deadline. I had to get something done.
Run a McDonald's quick.
Yeah. Not anymore. Oh man, Brian's having the same problem I had. The first link would not let me in.
Really?
Yeah. Said cannot broadcast your video or something like that.
Oh wow.
That's interesting, man. But I think I'm gonna have to take her and get her in bed and stuff, man. But I'm serious, man. If you guys ever get near this area, come on down, man. We'll give classes
absolutely.
in spray art.
Sounds good.
We'll give classes in spray pulse welding as well, and show you guys how to achieve that, man. So, we want you guys on board with that.
That's
Anything
cool.
we can do to help.
Absolutely, I'd love to come up there.
Yeah, we're trying to get Nora's school involved also in the hot waters of tomorrow, and swinging by and checking out all the stuff at the shop.
That'd make a cool field trip.
Whose program is that, Nelson? Who is that through the Hot Rods of Tomorrow? Who sponsors that?
UTI sponsors that largely. They give nearly. Oh man, I don't want to misspeak, but I know at the SEMA show that everybody there that was in the top 10 got nearly $30,000 in scholarships.
Nice.
So that's a lot of kids. And Sam Tech is also a very large sponsor in that as well. And they teach CNC programming and machining and stuff for engine building. It's just a fantastic program they got for the youth and stuff. And, again, getting on there, teaching, we love every day. It's about, it's not about forcing the metal out. This is an art, kind of like Ed Beard, man. Have you guys been watching what he's doing with this van to come to SEMA this year?
I have not. No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, just check him out on Facebook or on Acc Performance on my Facebook. The stuff he's doing with this van, the pictures, the detail is just insane. We've had him on Playing in Traffic before, and he's got the Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, and it's just
right.
Again, that next level talent. I just don't understand myself. I would mess up a stick figure, but you put me on a lathe, we try to teach that finesse, that feeling. You got to use all your senses. You got to listen for the parts, listen to how you're cutting the steel, listen to how that hum is going. And right, Nora?
Right.
There's a gnat in here. I think it's dropping her nuts. You got to feel the vibration on the machine, man. So yeah, it's all about it. So,
anything like that's tactile, even playing an instrument is the same thing. You can do the mechanics of strings or hitting a drum, and then you can do it well. And that well part is that feedback and knowing the intensity of the touch, and that's what makes great musicians great. I was trying to explain something the other day. I was showing somebody how to tap tap a hole in aluminum, and I said it's you can get the right parts, you can do the right tap drill size, you can get the right tap. I said, but until you put, and I always say, I find myself saying this over and over again with any example. I say, until you have your hand on that tap handle and you're threading it in, you don't know what it feels like. And that's when you learn how to tap. And it's that tactile interface. And yeah, we need to teach that.
A tapping head on your drill press.
I've done, of course, done that too for production. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Well, because this guy had actually watched me use a drill, because when you know what you're doing in the right circumstances, you can do that. But this was a hand operation. I said, no, you got to learn it by hand first. You have to. You can't shortcut it. You have to know what's going on. But and that's what's missing in a lot of instruction. They just that's all that's lost, unfortunately. That's why I like working with younger people and showing them, showing them what I know, because you can't take it with you, so you might as well pass it on.
Yep, I know that.
I mean, somebody else being successful though means more to me than me, building better parts.
Right. It's funny you mentioned a van, because my buddy from the shop, my friend's son, he stopped by the house last night with two of his buddies. They were all 25, and he goes, "We got a great idea. We want to run it by you." I'm like, "Oh God, here we go. What are you getting it into now?" And they're like, "We want to build a project together, the three of us." And the one guy, my buddy from the shop, is mechanical. The other two guys, not as much. And I said, "Okay, what is it you want to build?" I can only imagine. They said, "We want to build a van, but they want to build like a 70s van." I'm like, "Oh, I'm all for it." Like, let's do it. So I was like cluing them into the van craze from the 70s, what was hot, what was not, what they have to do, and checking off all the boxes. Then they're going crazy. They were thinking about like maybe going to a Sprinter van or an Express, something more modern. And I was like, you're not going to have the cool vibe with something modern. You have the great engine and transmission, but you got to go for a real 70s, either a Dodge, a Ford, or Chevy.
You need those A&A fiberglass fender flare running boards.
Exactly.
And those
side pipes that aren't hooked up.
Those funky acrylic windows with the aluminum frame.
I told them the porthole windows or the teardrop windows, the roof scoops. And then we got into the interior. I was like, oh man, here we go. Now sky's the limit. You can build that van in one of a number of different motifs on the interior, depending what your ulterior motives are.
Purple crushed velour with dingle balls.
Yeah, there you go. That's one way. That's why we got to get the chain steering wheel or the octagonal wood steering wheel. It's the beverage holder that goes on the engine cover. Oh yeah.
Remember those wood console things they used to sell?
Yeah. It had like the rail around the top. Yeah, right. Of course.
I used to sell all those parts at ATV.
Exactly. That was the V part, right?
Yeah. Unreal.
I don't think I have any old ATV catalogs, or else that's what they. I got a lot of old magazines, so I'm going to go through them and start taking out the van articles and showing them for research.
I have 2 copies of. Remember they used to put out the big book? Yeah,
right.
I have 2 copies of the year that my Firebird was on the cover.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. So when I hear young guys getting involved with something like that, like that's great. Everything I told them at Belmore at the cruise night down here, there's been a group of van guys who kind of like you could tell they took their old vans that they had parked somewhere for 30 years, and instead of it being a Chevelle, it's a van. They took it out, they got the brakes going and the fuel, and then, they're driving them again.
I missed that.
Unrestored show vans.
Yeah.
So
I used to go to that cruise night all the time. That was great.
Yeah. Right down the road from my house.
We used to also, I used to drive from East Northport all the way to the Nathans in Long Beach.
Oh, sure.
Everybody was like, how do you drive an 8-second car from Northport all the way to Long Beach? I'm like, I don't know. Uses almost a tank of gas to get there, and then the tank to come back.
Good thing is you pass plenty of gas stations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to Nathan's on bike night. I would take the car, and on car night I would bring my bike. I always did it opposite, just to be different. And
Yeah. That was a good little hangout for a while. And then it kind of like wandered away.
Yeah. Well, they changed the nights, then the cops started cracking down, and on bike night they were confiscating bikes. They were just hauling them off because guys would, no one
Used
sure.
to go to All American Burger.
Oh yeah, in Massapequa. That's still going. That's still going strong.
That place is great. And then Hot Rod Burger King.
Right.
And then Deer Park Avenue.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey guys, Nora wants to thank you guys for having us. Say it.
It was awesome.
Thank you for having us.
It's been a sheer pleasure, Nora.
She's been awake, so she's kind of catching a second wind. And
I've been until 10 o'clock.
oh, really?
Oh, wait. Yes.
You're telling them
Now, Nora, you have to go to sleep because tomorrow is no school.
That's right. Guess what? Your birthday tomorrow.
I know.
Okay. So
No school.
no. All right. Well, we're gonna have to go. So she doesn't get all wound up. You guys have a good one. Okay.
All right, Nelson. Good night.
See you, Nelson. Thanks.
Bye, Nora.
Bye.
I said bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that's great. That is great.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What a cool kid.
Yeah, she definitely has a leg up on the competition. I'll tell you that much. That's great.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
You take a converter report. I couldn't tell you half the stuff that's in there.
And
I
she
know
can put
what
it together.
is.
Yeah. Right.
I know what a sprag is.
Right.
Front cover, back cover. Okay, I got that. But
Yeah. Input shaft,
I don't know anything else. I don't know how they adjust the stator to change the stall. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's a real science. It's a real science. So
Hydro science.
right. Fluid dynamics. So yeah, like you, I'm stuck waiting for parts myself.
I'm pissed off, man, because I got stuff to do. But I have a lot of other things because I ordered a boatload of stuff for the kid's car, in the month of June.
Yeah.
So it's time for me to pick something and continue on and get it done. Like I got the air conditioning lines crimped up,
Right.
and they're installed and mounted. I ran them up underneath the fender, put some loops in there to hold everything, put the O-rings on, put everything together, tighten them all up. So this thing's ready to be basically, I guess, evacuated and charged.
Right.
Power steering, I mounted the reservoir. I mounted the number 10 hose from the reservoir to the pump, and the return line from the rack back to the reservoir.
Uh-huh.
So the only one that's not hooked up, because I don't have the fittings, I need one of those 120-degree deals.
Oh yeah.
From the power steering pump down to the steering unit itself, the rack.
Right.
So one hose, about a 1.5 feet of hose, and 2 fittings. The banjo fittings are on. I did all of that. It's done. Just have to make the hose.
Right.
So tomorrow I got a really light day. I'm going to work on the rest of the air conditioning stuff inside. I got to drill 2 holes near the bottom of the dashboard for those round vents.
Right.
I got to put in the driver's side defroster, diffuser, and then I'm going to run those hoses. I'm going to get the brakes bled this weekend.
Okay.
And get the steering column installed. Problem is, I'm waiting for this piece to show up that bolts to the firewall.
Oh yeah, right. The plate, yeah.
So this plate is rusty and kind of rotted, so I ordered a new one.
Right.
Out of stock.
Really?
Yeah. And the weird thing is, I'm having trouble finding the gasket.
What was the cost on that?
It's like $38 or something.
I know that's one of the things that I see. I've been ordering parts like crazy. I didn't order for my Pontiac. It's like $59 for that freaking thing.
Oh God, that's
Plastic.
crazy. Oh no, this one's metal. It's, 2 pieces. It clamps around the bottom of the steering column.
Right. Yeah. Some were metal, some were plastic.
Yeah, on the Camaros, they're all metal.
Some are actually plastic with
no,
metal
it's more. It's $49.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I also ordered. There's on the Camaro steering columns. There's like a 2-piece plastic cover.
Yeah.
Goes up under the dashboard. He's got one of the tabs is cracked and broken.
Yeah.
So I ordered a new one of those. I even ordered new screws to mount it with. Like, what the hell? $3.
That's the thing that I talk about a lot when you're doing a job for somebody. It's like there's always going to be those things at the, as you get closer to finish. And like, when is your job done? Like, when have you fulfilled your prophecy with the?
I'll tell you when my job's done. When I fire it up, make sure nothing's leaking, drop it on the ground, take it for a run around the block, see that it doesn't overheat and doesn't stall and actually idles where it's supposed to idle and shift where it's supposed to shift.
Right.
Come get it.
Well, that's it. Like with the Chevelle, I thought I was done. I thought my part was done after the engine and, the mechanical stuff was done. But now it ends up I'm doing all the electrical work and troubleshooting, and I'm dealing with parts that, harnesses that aren't new, and it just keeps on going. And I'm like, wow.
This whole thing started out with me putting mini tubs in the car.
Yeah, yeah. Right. There you go.
Which I could have done like a spring relocation thing.
Yeah.
Or put a cross member in and mounted a set of coilovers on the 12 bolt that he had.
Yeah.
And it would have been done. And then one thing led to another, and it was, $10,000 worth of stuff from Chris Alston Chassis Works, a new frame, a whole mid frame, sheet metal 9-inch, canted 4-link, double adjustable coilovers front and back, giant Willwood brakes. Yeah.
Well, the good thing is that at least that guy, he doesn't mind ponying up. He'll pay for the good stuff.
Oh God, he's giddy with laughter every time I send him photos of stuff I get done. He's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe how great this thing is!"
In your opinion, how much do you think that car is going to get used?
Oh, I don't think it's going to get used a ton. It'll be a real super part-time deal.
Right.
He lives in Pennsylvania, so it's like New York. What do you get? Like 4 months out of a season, basically.
Yeah, we get. I'll take my car and bike out in the winter as long as it's the roads are dry.
I don't do that with this thing,
Yeah, no. If the roads are dry, I'll go out. I'm not going to take it out in the weather.
800 plus horsepower, and he's only running a 10-inch tire in the back.
Right.
So, actually, I'm almost kind of impressing myself with all of the stuff that I'm picking out. It's all working out really well.
Yeah.
I think if this was my car, I would have went for like a stroker small block.
Uh-huh.
There would have been a lot more room and a lot less aggravation in terms of what I had to go through to put this giant motor. This motor belongs in my car. It doesn't belong in this car.
Yeah.
At one point, I was kind of hoping he was going to say, "Dude, I'm out of money. What do I do?" I'm like, give me the motor and you come take the car.
Right. Yeah, because you can do a 427 small block now.
Yeah, I know.
Which is ridiculous, but
yeah, they this company's got a lot of really, really great crate motors.
Uh-huh.
You can get yourself a nice small block, a big cubic inch small block that makes 500 horsepower. How much do you need to drive around town? Right. Exactly. I mean, I see all these guys with twin turbos, 2,000 horsepower. Like, really? Come on.
Yeah, I know.
And they're not drag racing them.
Yeah.
And the longer it takes for me to do this, the more I say I'm not putting anything crazy in my own car.
Yeah,
I was actually the other day when I was under here doing the wire, plumbing up the power steering system. I was looking at this front chassis, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe I should buy one of these chassis for the front of my car. It just bolts in, 6 bolts, done.
It's nice,
But
yeah.
I already spent a boatload of money for double externally adjustable strange struts, heavy duty brakes. They're sitting in a box. I mean, I can sell them, but I'll lose money on it.
Right.
I don't think Strange is going to take them back.
Yeah.
You know, and all of these systems here, they're all, you know, they're double A arm with coilover. But
Right.
they're very streetable.
Yeah.
You know, and the car would sit slightly lower than it already sits, which is pretty low.
Yeah.
You know, and then just do another back half.
Uh-huh.
Put a cage in the car, a simple back half, and then, you know, go from there.
Sure.
And I can be done really fast with that kind of a deal.
Yeah.
But there's things that they destroyed on that car. Like, I mean, I would have to put a custom firewall in the car.
Uh-huh.
They hacked up the firewall and the floor. So if you're at that point, then, you know, why do you want a frame that bolts in like a stock frame? Like this Alston Chassis Works frame it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful piece of engineering.
Yeah.
It's got 0 bump steer. You can get manual rack, power rack, drag brakes, big street vented brakes like we put on it. I mean,
Right.
it's just, you pick the part numbers of what you want, and it, like, again, it's 6 bolts. It just bolts into the car.
Yeah.
It's a done deal. But I got issues with the substructure of what they've destroyed on the car.
Can't wait to see the next video.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Actually, the next video is
You can do a retro video, right?
The next video will be a slideshow of all of the stuff I've already taken out of the car
Nice.
with some music and some narration. It'll
Yeah.
probably be about a 4-minute thing.
Uh-huh.
And the video that'll come up after that will be me doing like a how-to on how to build a chassis table for garage build kind of guys.
Okay. That's good.
Simple chassis table that can be taken apart and either sold off or, you know, stored somewhere for later use or whatever.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very simple. And then I'll start doing stuff on tubing, bending. How do you bend a roll cage? How do you figure out where the bend's got to be? How do you determine which radius you want to use?
Right.
And then, you know, I'm going to buy 2 or 3 more, like, you know, GoPros.
Uh-huh.
And start mounting them in
Right.
areas where it will watch what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of turning them on and going to work. And then later
Right.
on, I'll have my guy take all that raw footage. And so it'll be like a multi-camera shoot,
That's nice.
you know?
Yeah, I gotta find like a used GoPro, somebody who upgraded. Because I was thinking about doing a couple things for our channel.
Yeah.
But you know,
There's some like, I guess they're China knockoff GoPros.
uh-huh.
that
I've heard about them.
A
Yeah.
couple of friends of mine said, dude, they're every bit as good.
Really?
And they're like a third of the price.
Wow.
And they even look the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they knock it off. Yeah.
Sure. So, you know, like I said, I'm going to do that. And I'll probably do some Facebook Live stuff. I got a friend of mine, the one that did the T-shirt design.
Uh-huh.
They found a website that I'm going to join up on where they do the hosting and everything.
Right.
So all I got to do on my Facebook page or whatever is just post a link.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll go to my store.
Right.
And then whatever swag I'm selling, whether it's Chassis Connection shirts or the Half-Breed shirt. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the other Firebird made into a shirt too. The 70 version with the big Formula 400 scoop on it.
Sure.
Formula 5000 scoop. And then you pick the size, you put your credit card in, you pay it, and that company that's hosting that stuff, they are an actual supplier and printer.
Uh-huh.
So it's all in-house.
Right.
They take their piece, they take whatever it costs for the shirt and the whole deal, and then they electronically send you the balance.
So it's like dealing with Cafe Press. Same
right.
thing.
Like Cafe Press. Yeah, and they ship it. So I don't have to get involved in any of that.
Right. That's the way to do it. Yeah.
I think that'll work. 'Cause I have a lot of people. Like almost every 3 or 4 days, I get IMs like, dude, when's the shirts coming out? When's the shirts coming out?
Yeah.
So I don't know. If I can make a little bit of money off of selling shirts, I'll do that.
Yeah, sure.
And pretty soon I'm going to start going through my bins loaded with parts. I have some good used stuff to sell that I took off the car that I don't want to put back in.
Yeah.
And then I have a whole bunch of high-end stuff that I got from my friend Victor to move off. Some pro stock stuff. I have like 5 of the Digital 7 MSD ignition boxes.
Right.
They're like $600 new.
Yeah.
These are they're brand new in boxes, never used. So I don't know. I may keep 2 for me.
Okay.
Sell off 2. I have coils. I have autometer gauges. There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Heads, manifolds, dominators. I got a lot of stuff.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
wild.
I was gonna do. We all got tons of crap. I'm thinking, then you got to
I had nothing. Once I got rid of the chassis shop, all I had was a toolbox.
Yeah.
Now that I got the car back, I've managed to collect a whole boatload of stuff.
Brian just sent me a picture of your next project. It's a VW with a Trans Am nose and a bird on the hood. I've seen this. Someone else sent me the other day. It's pretty freaky looking. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is. Weird adaptation. But so I kind of flew by me the other day. I was inundated with a real ton of crap. What happened with your roof?
Oh, the roof was done about 4 years before we bought the house, which was in 2007.
Yeah.
So it had some mileage on it, And here, I don't think the guy spent the money for a real high-end roof. A run-of-the-mill, let's replace the roof because we're going to sell the house in a couple of years. One of those deals. So whatever warranty there was on it, that ran out. And me and Barb noticed 3 areas in the house where there was like really small water stain. One in the bathroom, one in the den, one in the living room.
Yeah.
So I got up on a ladder, and I've noticed over the last, 2 years that when it's time to clean the gutters, there's a boatload of those pebbles from the roof in the gutters. And then I used to, it's the New York in me. I used to do the whole roof in Christmas lights. All along the edges, the peaks. All of that. And I would go up on the roof, and as I'm walking around on the roof, those pebbles are sliding off.
Right.
So I knew it was time for a roof. And then we've been seeing a lot of commercials for roofing companies, and hurricane season is now.
Yeah.
So this is the time to jump on it.
Yeah.
So I went with a company that only uses commercial product as opposed to regular home roofing. Right. It's almost double the price, if not more. So we went with them. Really good because it's rated up to like 160 miles an hour.
Okay.
And then they're state certified. They use the right kind of stuff. They stripped the roof right down to the plywood. They found 4 areas where there were some issues. Some places was a small piece had to get cut out, put back in. Up front, there was like a whole 4x8 sheet that was bad news.
Yeah.
So they tore that out. And then they go around. They must have put, 50,000 nails in my roof. In order for this hurricane wind mitigation, they have to use a specific type of ringed nail. Right. As opposed to just a clean shank nail. Yeah. They grip better. And they have to be the minimum is every 6 inches.
6 on center,
The company goes every 4.
Oh, geez.
So they had 4 guys up on my roof with the guns with the big roll.
It was like machine gun.
Bam, 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 bam.
They put a couple 100 pounds of iron in your roof.
Oh, it was unbelievable. And then they would chuck the cartridge, and the guy would throw up another one.
Wow.
They were nailing for hours,
Yeah.
hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
Then the state inspector comes,
Uh-huh.
and he checks, measures, makes sure the nails are where they got to be, the whole deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Past that, then they don't use like a tar paper. It's almost like a vapor barrier that they use when you're up in New York.
Right.
It's thick.
It's like the felt stuff.
Yeah, but it's really thick, and
Yeah.
it's got a sheet of plastic under it that they peel off.
Mm-hmm.
It literally glues down.
It's sticky. Yeah.
And then when they nail it with the other kind of nails, the nail actually sinks into it. That's how thick it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next day they came back and they did all the tiles.
Right.
So the inspector came today and got up on a ladder and he said, "Perfect."
Nice.
Now the hurricane wind mitigation inspector will show up, and they already calculated it out because these guys have all the paperwork. I'm going to save $80 a month on my homeowner's insurance
Oh, great.
because it's Miami-Dade certified.
Beautiful.
It doesn't have to be here because we
Right.
don't really get hurricanes on the West Coast,
Uh-huh.
you know. But I got a roof that I could be living in Miami with and not have a problem.
Beautiful.
And then it's got this huge commercial guarantee. You know, it's like 40 plus years, and
right.
they take care of everything. And if something happens, they'll even come in and replace sheetrock and then paint it.
Nice.
So I'm like, you know what? You get what you pay for on something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the roof that I put on the Tiki bar back in 2007
Uh-huh.
was starting to leak.
Ah.
Because I'm not a roofer, but I know what goes on. So
Right.
I laid the plywood out, put the tar paper down that I bought from Lowe's, and then I bought that roofing that's in a roll.
Yeah. Rolled roof. Yeah.
Laid that down, but after a while, that stuff doesn't last forever.
Right.
2007 to 2020, that
Yeah.
stuff's gonna wear.
Sure.
So I told them when they came, I'm like, I need a roof on my bar.
Uh-huh.
They're like, oh yeah, no problem. So they tore that out, did the same thing with that underlayment, and then they used the roll roof on that one, and that stuff, I don't know, they like mop on some stuff
Uh-huh.
and then put the roll down,
Right.
and then they nail it in specific areas. See, like me, I didn't do that. I put the tar paper down, I nailed it. I put the roofing down, I nailed it where it overlapped.
Yeah.
Under where it overlapped. So I got the guy says it's probably good to like 130 or 140 miles an hour.
That's great.
Awesome. I think at 140 miles an hour, the tiki bar would probably blow away.
Tiki bar will survive. That's great.
Well, I used 10-foot poles
Uh-huh.
and put them down 5 feet, almost 6 feet into the ground.
Really? Okay.
Poured in concrete.
Good.
So I haven't had a problem. The bar's great.
Yeah, that's nice and strong.
Yeah. So that's it. So I got a new roof.
Beautiful.
Be paying for it for a while.
Good to go. Yeah, well, yeah, but that's part of homeowner maintenance. You got to do it, and you got to do it the right way. Sure.
At least I didn't have to worry about it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I got that done. Bought a new barbecue.
Oh, okay. I saw now Weber now has a pellet smoker, which is
really?
looking pretty cool. Yeah, I'm sure that thing's got to be over $1,000. Easy.
Yeah, my barbecue was quite a few years old, and it was starting to fall apart.
Uh-huh.
They don't build any of them really good anymore, you know?
Yeah.
They don't last forever. Unless you spend crazy money for something that's all heavy duty, like 304 stainless.
Right.
I don't use it enough to warrant any of that.
Yeah, that's why they in Freeport. There's a guy here that sells scratch and dent appliances. In fact, he's got a contract with like Home Depot and Lowe's. So someone, if they bring something back, or if it gets a little damaged in the store, or if it's a demo, they just buy all of them, no matter what the condition. And he sells stuff. I bought a couple of refrigerators for apartments, and for very good prices. So my buddy, is always over there buying stuff. And he calls me one day. He says, "Hey Ray, you were looking for," because he's got like a wall of Weber in his backyard, like three gas grills.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's got a built-in outside. He's got a built-in sink. He's got a refrigerator. He's got all the stuff all built into a stone wall, by his pool. And I said, "Yeah, I want to get one of those the Weber gas grills," but they're like $800-900.
Oh yeah.
So he calls me one day and says, "Listen, I'm over here at the place. The guy's got a Weber. It's a Genesis." He goes, "It's an $800 grill." He goes, "I can get it for you for like $300." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Well, it's missing part of the, like it needs a burner, it needs a knob. One of the knobs got broken." I'm like, "All right." He goes, "It's all parts you can get though. That's easy." He says, "Yeah, maybe we'll even get it for $250." He goes, "But you got to come now." I'm like, "We were just about to go out and go like into Queens. We got to go visit the family." It's like, what? And I don't have a truck. He's like, "Well, just come here anyway." He goes, "Maybe I'll get the guy to throw it in his van. You throw him $20 and he'll deliver it to your house." So I told my wife, I said, "All right, hold off. We're not going anywhere. I got to go do this."
Yeah.
Sure enough, the guy helped him put it in his van. I gave him $20. I got it for like $250, and I've been using it for years. And that damn grill is still going for like $800.
Unreal.
So I just had to put and Weber. If I had bought it new, and it was damaged, Weber would have given me the parts for free. But they can look up. They did. They looked up the serial number and they saw that it wasn't sold to me. It wasn't registered to me. So they couldn't give me the free stuff, so the parts I had to buy, I think, cost me maybe $100. I had to buy a manifold and I had to buy a knob. No big deal. And and those things are really they're bulletproof. They're nice steel. They're, the top is stainless, well insulated. So yeah, like you said, you get what you pay for.
Sure.
Yeah. Brian say they're going after Trager grills. Yeah, Trager is another real top brand. They make that the egg, they call it. They sell them at eggs.
Yeah.
It's a green.
Yep.
Looks like a golf ball. Those things are supposed to be like legendary. They're like
You ever see how thick the insulation is on them? They're amazing.
Yeah.
There's another company that has I guess
it's different.
I don't know. They're high end also, but it kind of seems like an egg knockoff. They're brown.
Okay.
It's another company that does it too.
Yeah, once somebody comes out with something, the knockoffs will start. Once the patent runs out, then people are just going to start.
The thing is they're not. None of those are really big. You know? So if you're gonna do a party or something, you got to spend big money and have two of them.
Yeah, we were just in Lowe's last week, and I told my wife, I said, I'm thinking about one of those flat top grills. It's like now we could do like eggs and hash browns and onions, and
you know how you get those for a really good price?
How's that?
You go to those restaurants, used equipment.
Restaurant supply, yeah.
I got all of the equipment for the bar.
Yeah.
Was at the restaurant supply. That stuff, it's there. And I have laying around in the other shop all the material I need to build an outdoor kitchen to match the tiki bar.
Nice.
And I have an area under the hard roof of the lanai where I want to build this L-shaped outdoor kitchen, do a drop-in grill.
Right.
I already have water there. I brought water in to the inside the screen for a garden hose for like cleaning the patio or pressure washing. So I can put a sink, and do that whole deal, and it would be in that same kind of bamboo look as the bar. And it's pretty easy stuff to build, but I was thinking about doing that whole deal, and I found small hot oil fryers.
Oh yeah,
you wanted to like fry up stuff. There it is. They got griddles there. You can get like a small one, a 24-inch or a 30 or a 36.
Right.
And they run. You can get this. You can get the propane or the natural gas ones.
Yeah.
And you'd have a killer outdoor kitchen. You could do everything.
I want a basket of onion rings right now, man. I want a basket of those deep beer battered fried onion rings. Oh
yeah. Well, I have an account with a restaurant food supply.
Yeah.
Through the aquarium company, because we'll buy like fish fillets and shrimp and stuff like that to feed some of these Predator tanks that we do.
Yeah.
And they sell equipment in there. And
Right.
you can get a little countertop fryer. The basket's like this big.
Yeah.
And it just sits on your counter.
Right.
120 volt.
Yeah.
Plug it in. And you can get a single or a dual.
In fact, we have a fry. I think it's a fry daddy or fry baby.
Yeah.
And I always tell my wife, I'm like, we're barbecuing outside. Bring the freaking fryer outside instead of stinking up the kitchen. It's like bring it out on the deck. And like she finally, broke down, and we do that. We just bring it outside, put it on a table, and there you go. It's right there.
Every time I go to that place, I always walk around and I look at everything. You go into the equipment aisle, they got the panini press.
Right. I'll tell you. No, I will tell you this. Years ago, I had it with like coffee makers. I just couldn't. They were. I said, I'm going to go and buy a freaking stainless steel bun that they have in the deli.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in my kitchen. I said, screw that. Oh, and
which one I have? I have the one that has the really tall carafe that holds like 2 gallons.
Oh, cool.
And it's exactly like the ones you see if you go in a gas station or a 7-Eleven.
Right.
You slide it. It's got the big cup.
Yeah.
Thing.
Right.
And it's got the fitting on the back for the copper pipe.
How many cups of coffee does that make? How many cups of coffee does that make?
Like 30 cups or something.
Jesus.
20 or 30 cups. It's a 20-gallon and I got a spare. So I never hooked it up, but it was one of the things that I bought when I was getting bar equipment.
Yeah.
You're at the tiki bar all day and in the pool and you're drinking beers and cocktails and all. What are you going to want at night?
Coffee. Right.
So
Irish coffee.
I just never hooked it up.
Yeah.
Sitting here on the shelf. And I got it at a used equipment supply.
Yeah.
And the guy for $5 gave me a second carafe.
Nice.
And it's got the little tap on it if you just want the hot water.
Yeah.
For making tea. It's a real live like a 7-Eleven coffee maker.
Sure.
This thing's great.
You got to buy the coffee by the 30-gallon drum.
Well, when we go I buy a lot of stuff at the restaurant supply.
Yeah.
You can get like chock full of nuts or Folgers or any of the big name brands.
Yeah.
I swear to God, Ray, they're like 2 5-gallon cans of paint stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
You buy coffee at wholesale price.
Right. Sure.
You're like,
yeah. Use a garden shovel to scoop it out.
Yeah. I laugh every time I go there because it's restaurant stuff.
Right.
You go and you buy a thing of Hellman's mayonnaise.
Oh, I know.
Like 6 pounds.
You know what I love? I love the giant cans of tuna that it's like, what is it, like 5 or 8 pounds, like the delis buy when they make.
They got Bumblebee, Albacore, white. They got white packed in water, packed in oil.
Giant size, yeah.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes for making sauce and stuff.
Right.
Peanut butter. They sell peanut butter, I swear to God. It's in a 5-gallon bucket with a handle on it. Skip peanut butter.
Yeah.
But you get bakeries, restaurants. They're using that stuff. They're scooping it out. It's based on what you're going to use.
And at the rate they go through it, you want to buy it in bulk, of course.
It's funny to walk around there. Heinz ketchup. It's crazy. Just nuts. Everything's like quadruple huge.
Yeah, the giant size. Yeah. Funny stuff.
But the funny thing is some of the stuff that you buy, restaurant size, is a little bit more than what you pay at the supermarket for the house size.
I know. Yeah.
It's the same product.
Yeah. I know.
But it's fun. You go there and you see all these chefs. They got these giant stainless steel carts on wheels.
Yeah.
With a basket on the back, and they'll go in the aisle and they'll be buying these giant cement-sized sacks of sugar, flour, rice.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's
like the storeroom in The Shining.
Yeah. And I like to go in the refrigerated section.
Yeah.
You go in there and they sell like the cold cuts that you're going to use at a deli.
Right. Right.
Well, you buy a freaking provolone. It's like 7-inch diameter, and it's like almost 3 feet long.
Yeah,
It's $35.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but if you're not going to use it,
it's waste. You got to use it. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
they have everything over there. It's crazy.
Yeah,
if you're having a party and you got to buy hot dogs.
Oh yeah.
They have huge packs of Hebrew Nationals and Sabrettes.
Yeah.
Perfect for a party instead of buying those packs.
Right.
And the same thing with the buns.
Yeah.
Because they're commercial. They're selling them in different counts. Not like, what is it? Like they put 10 hot dogs in a thing and they put 8 buns in the bag or something like that.
Yeah. Or it's like 12 hot dogs in a packet, but 10 buns. Yeah. It's like,
when you get the commercial stuff, it's not like that.
what the hell ever thought of that? I'd like to know, you know?
The commercial one, it's like 50 hot dogs.
Yeah.
And then with the buns every week, they're like all in groups of 10.
Right.
10.
Yeah.
You just buy what you need.
Sure.
It's fun.
Stuff.
It's funny.
Oh God. That's good stuff.
So check out my AC lines. I think it did a pretty good job.
Yeah, let's see.
Hold on a second here.
I know you spent a lot of time. I'm sure they did come out nice.
Oh yeah. They worked out real well.
Oh, there we go. There's a receiver dryer. Nice. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's nice with the big angle.
Yeah, worked out good. The mount and everything came out fine.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, returns nice.
And then compressor.
Yep.
So you got one cap here.
Yeah.
I think that's the high pressure one.
The high side, yeah.
High pressure one. And then back here on the firewall, it's hidden.
There's your low, yeah.
Got your low, and it goes up into the fender.
Right.
And then it comes out over here. I got everything hooked up. This radiator hose came out great. I'm so happy about it.
Oh yeah, nice. That's slick.
Looks real good.
What kind of hood's going on that car?
He's gonna have to put a big cowl.
Yeah.
You know, and then I did this for the power steering.
That's nice. Oh yeah, there's a reservoir. Very nice.
Nice reservoir.
Nice. Yeah, very nice.
That worked out real well.
Oh, you're gonna be happy. That's real nice.
Yeah. So these are the dash 10 that feeds the reservoir is a standard. It's just a standard AN deal.
Uh-huh.
But the high pressure number 6 stuff is a different fitting.
Is it?
Yes, they're steel. They're actually steel fittings.
Oh, okay.
And the nipple is real long.
Yeah.
It's tapered and it's threaded. So as you screw it in, you're actually cutting threads in the hose.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's a different, it's a different hose too. The braid, I think you can see it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is different. And it's marked power steering. It's a high pressure power steering hydraulic hose.
This looks like the Nyla braid from years ago.
Yeah, but it's not. It's rubber inside, but it's really it's got a really thick wall.
Yeah.
It's a number 6, and the feed line to the pump, that's a number 10. But that's not really under any pressure.
Right.
Minimal amount of pressure. Actually, maybe suction or something.
That's the return side. Yeah, the return side is suction. Yeah. So, but you can't go wrong. I mean, it's a little overkill, but that's no big deal.
Well, it's the only stuff that they say you can use.
Whose alternator is that? Is that like a master?
That's from that company, CVS.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably like a 180 watt alternator. 180 amp. I'm sorry.
180 amp. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a one wire. Ready to go. So
self-exciting.
Yeah. So this thing's got a pretty high hood line.
Yeah. That it does.
I ran my big level across the fenders.
Uh-huh.
And it's about 5 inches up.
Yeah.
From the actual edge of the hood. So he's going to have to run a pretty big cowl hood.
Or a big old hardwood mailbox.
Well, no, he doesn't want that. He wants a cowl.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
He's got no choice.
No, he doesn't. Either I don't know.
Big giant, motor. There ain't nothing little about this motor. Everything's bigger than normal.
Yeah.
Tall deck, raised port heads. The heads themselves are higher than a stock GM head.
Right.
Everything sits up higher.
Mm.
So I don't know. It'll work. I can't wait to hear it though.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
It's pretty cool.
That's gonna be real nice.
So I got over the last 2 months or so, we got some punk doing donuts in the middle of the night.
Really?
Because it's a private community, so there's pretty much a main road.
Yeah.
And they all have like a grass island in between.
Right.
So it's like one way each way. But then the intersections are large.
Yeah.
So this dude's out there spinning donuts. Just about every major intersection over the last 2 months, he's been laying down rubber every couple of nights.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's some punk in a little foreign car or maybe a Mustang or something.
I would say you haven't seen him to laid eyes on him or anything?
Well, one of our neighbors on the outside there, who his driveway actually faces that intersection, but there's like an entrance island.
Yeah.
Come off that main road, come down this entranceway to get to his house, and his camera picked this guy up.
Okay.
And then the guy had the balls to drive. I guess, well, he doesn't know that he's got a camera. After he was done spinning around like 6 times, he came right down that road and turned and went right in front of the guy's house.
Oh, perfect.
So it's a brand new, either 2018, 2019, 2020 Camaro.
Wow. Okay.
And it looks black, could be blue.
Yeah.
So everybody's on the lookout, because obviously the kid lives here.
Yeah.
It's gonna, I mean, I was a punk. Everybody's a punk.
Sure.
But
it
makes the neighborhood look like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's gonna wind
up. We used to leave the calling card. You pull up in front of a friend's house. He wasn't home, so you do a burnout in front of the house. You leave a set of stripes. My house had stripes all over the place because everybody was always leaving. There were motorcycle stripes, car stripes.
I did that I was dating this girl in Comac, and I actually did a burnout out of her driveway.
Yeah.
Her father
came
and got me.
Right.
Made me go to the store and buy the seal coat stuff.
Oh, shit.
And reseal his driveway. But you weren't going to mess with this dude because he was a Suffolk County cop.
Oh, okay. Good choice, John. Good choice.
Yeah. Unreal. So the weird part is we've got video of this guy, but couldn't get the license plate because he drove past.
Yeah, right.
And the car, it's a dark colored car, right?
Yeah.
So today, Barb's out walking the dog, and some guy comes by in a late model Camaro, yellow, driving like 60 miles an hour.
Wow.
Right? Comes into the corner, spins the car around.
Wow.
And there's an older gentleman there on his bicycle. He gets off his bike, he flips on his phone, and he starts recording it. The guy stops, and he rolls his window down, and Barb's on one side, and this old guy is on the other side, but she couldn't get the license plate either because he was actually on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
He rolls down the window, he flips the guy off. He's like, "Take a picture." Fuck you,
wow.
old man. And
nice.
He walks away.
Oh man.
Like, you gotta be kidding me.
You need neighborhood watch.
So now I need to be looking out for a guy with a yellow Camaro. I looked at the video again when I got home from work today. There's no way that the car in the video is a yellow Camaro.
Yeah, probably not.
So I got like dueling morons rolling around the neighborhood.
Yeah, right. Great. Just you need a pair of them.
Somebody's going to get their windshield turned into powder.
Spark plug.
Yeah.
They do wonders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Actually, it's better to throw it at the back or the side window.
Yeah.
They just go, boom.
Right. That's right. They just
Or, you know, like we used to do when we had to get even with people, I'd walk around with my spring-loaded center punch.
yes,
Pop.
perfect.
See ya.
Very concealable.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, then you got to find out where he lives first.
Trust me, I got time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, start taking nightly walks or bike rides. Or something.
Nightly drives.
Yeah, drives, whatever.
Roll around.
Cruise the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, this video, this kid, he must have went around 8 or 9 times. I mean,
Wow.
it was a fog. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, good for him. And he's got some power. It's a posse,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I was like, it's pretty cool, but it's pretty trashy.
Well, yeah, right.
It's because as you get older, you get to that point where, if I was younger, I'd be like, oh man, yeah, love it.
Right.
Now I look at it, you know, I'm like the old man. Get off my lawn.
Right. Well, to you, you understand property values now. It's different. Yeah. So you could, that's it. You can see it on both levels, and but the level you're at says, "Hey, I live here.
Right.
You live here. You don't do that where you
It
live."
won't last for some reason. Donuts and burnouts around here. I think it has to do with the heat and the amount of rain we get.
Oh yeah.
Because I've seen guys, like with trucks. We got here in the South. You got a lot of guys with hopped up diesel trucks.
Right.
And they'll jump on it and they'll leave stretch.
Yeah.
60, 80, 100 feet.
I'll tell you,
It's power, but you know what? 4 months from now, their burnout's gone.
You got me thinking, because I've noticed recently, I've been seeing a lot of really odd shaped rubber marks in streets.
Usually a pickup truck because they're so butt light. They go.
Yeah, it's like, like we would just leave, you'd if you really had a good car, you'd sit there and just burn them for a while and leave a nice big pile, and it'd be just like a straight stretch, maybe a squiggle when you hit second. But I'm seeing some weird like curves and turns, and I've been seeing it in a lot of different places. So I don't know. Maybe
it's far apart they are. You can tell if it's a truck or if it's just
right.
Got some horsepower.
Yeah, you can tell by the
Every now and then I run into one of those single wheel ones that's like 400 feet long.
Yeah. That was a Buick Electra.
Yeah. Oh my God, good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I always get a chuckle out of that.
One wheel peel.
And, there's this like site called Next Door. It's like I call it the Yenta site because it's a place where everybody posts stuff.
Right.
Oh, I need somebody to do a roof. I need a body shop. Oh,
okay.
Yes, I need that. And then you get the old biddies that I live in Florida. There's a lot of old farts here. So you get the ones that have nothing better to do. Yeah. And they get on and they post, like either on their phone or when they go home. There's a police officer hiding in the bushes on Griffin. Watch your speed.
There you go.
Really, lady? Do I need you to tell me that? I would rather I didn't know about it, and if I'm speeding, I get a ticket.
Yeah.
35-mile-an-hour zone. So,
right.
You don't have to announce that.
Yeah.
You get that. So, there's a whole bunch of stuff about burnouts and things like that, and then this deal where the guy posted the video.
Right.
So I made a couple of comments because another guy said, "Well, I have a brand new black Camaro, and it's not me. I'm 66 years old."
Okay, well, hey.
So I made a comment. I go, "Yeah, well, you're gonna tell me you bought a Camaro SS and you don't like to jump on the loud pedal every once in a while?"
He doesn't want the posse coming.
Put a little smiley icon on that one.
Yeah.
And then my neighbor was like, "Oh my God, if they're crying about this, what are they going to do when you start up the Camaro with a Firebird?"
Yeah, right. Well, starting is one thing, doing a burnout's another.
Yeah, it's true. But no matter what I do, I don't believe the Firebird's going to be a quiet car.
No.
It never was before, and it certainly won't be now.
I mean, it could be a loud car, but it's all in how you drive it, because that makes all the difference. If you put it through the neighborhood, all right, so it's like bah, 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 bah. But as long as you're not being a nuisance,
I have neighbors with cars, with hot rod cars around here. And they're not quiet.
Yeah.
They've all got like old thrush glass packs.
Yeah.
One guy's got cherry bombs. I don't even know where he found them.
You can still get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Honest Charlie's is still selling. There's a few places still selling them.
Really?
Remember the purple? They were I was gonna say Zoom because Zoom clutches were purple. No, it was it had to be a thrush. Yeah, it was a glass pack, and it was like a purple. It was striped. It had to be the thrush muffler, the glass pack. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of old stuff. Yeah.
I had for the longest time on the Firebird, I had hooker glass packs. They were steel. They were about, I guess they were maybe like 38 or 40 inches long. They were big. They were real long, and they had a 3-inch inlet, 3-inch outlet.
Yeah.
And I did a slip-on collector deal.
Yeah.
Welded the tabs. So it was just two, and I didn't even bolt them. I used really, really short push-pull pins.
Right.
So you slide it onto the collector and put the pins in.
Uh-huh.
And then in the back, I had a turn down.
Yeah.
And I did a deal with like a hook.
Right.
So within like 4 minutes, you could pull the mufflers off the car.
Yeah.
And they were not quiet.
No, for years I ran a set of like glass packs, and they had to be about, they were more than 24 inches. I know that. And I remember them being kind of like an oddball, like a mustard color. I probably got them when I worked at the auto parts store, welded them to the collectors, and just like from the collector, they were there. So we're like right under the seats, you know? So
Ryan used to run resonators. That's like not even having a muffler at all.
Right, right.
That just takes away like the harshness of it.
Right. Yeah, that was just loud. Noxious. Yeah, they got a car at the shop. When I was picking my car up last week, they took in a 69 Camaro, and it's built. It's got a big block in it, and automatic with a reverse valve body. And I had to put it in the shop for him. I didn't know how to move this thing, but the guy changed his wheels out, so he put a set of rollers on it, and I got in there, fuel pump, ignition, started, boom, this 3-inch exhaust to the back. This thing was loud. It's potent. Nice. So like you get that thing in the shop, it's like resonating off the walls, just blah, 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 blah. It sounded great.
I would love to do a set of Zoomies.
Yeah.
But the inserts that they sell,
yeah,
it's like having nothing.
Right.
It's way too loud to drive on the street.
Yeah.
A friend of mine in Texas is building a Mustang. He's been building it for years. He's had some trouble with some of the shops that he was using.
Uh-huh.
And he's got Zoomies. It's a late model Mustang.
Uh-huh.
And what he did is he's got 4. Well, first off, the guy that built them for him, right off the head, he built this manifold that has movable flaps.
Oh.
And he's got the 4 Zoomy tubes, and the 5th one is a muffled tube.
Oh.
So when he flips a switch, the solenoid directs everything into the muffler.
Oh, wow.
And then when he's like at the fairgrounds or he wants to show off, he just flips the switch and the manifold. I think it's like a sliding thing.
That's pretty weird. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. It's a really super nicely engineered contraption.
I wonder how it's going to hold up over time. With like the exhaust gas and the carbon. It's got to be stainless steel, I guess. So it won't rust. That's a pretty cool piece of engineering.
When you look at the car, he's got 5 pipes.
Right.
On each side. And he's showing pictures of it, and people are like, "You got a V10 in your car?"
Yeah, right.
But he hasn't fired the motor up yet. The motor's not ready to run, and I think it's twin Pro Chargers on it.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, it's crazy. This thing's insane.
Yeah,
absolutely insane. It's like the ultimate Pro Street Mustang.
Yeah.
He's been building it for like 5 years now. It's a lot of work. A ton of work for what he's doing. He's got the nose is a different nose from a different year, and they were able to modify the fenders. He came up with all of these insane ideas.
Sounds like your car.
And he kind of thought that some of this stuff would kind of go together easily.
Yeah.
Only to find out that, that nose that you like doesn't match this fender at all.
Yeah.
And then he stretched the wheelbase out, and he didn't want to go for like a fiberglass or a carbon fiber racing nose.
Uh-huh.
It had to all be steel. He's building an all steel car.
Wow.
So he found a guy, I think up in St. Louis, that's an absolute metal maniac.
Yeah.
And he documented how he stretched these fenders and kept the body lines. You can't tell.
That's nice.
You look at this car from the side, and it's like, okay, I know that fender is 4 inches longer than it's supposed to be, but I don't know how he got there.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and you know, he posted some videos of him doing the metal work. Then when he finished it, it's as nice inside the fender as it is outside the fender.
That's attention to detail.
Yeah, real low voltage, cold, you know, and he kept welded it the right way, and he metal finished it. It's like unbelievable. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's some really nice stuff. The guy did a great job. I'm sure he got $1 bazillion to do it too. But
what year is that car?
it's like a 2012 or something.
Oh, wow, so it's late. Okay.
With a 16 nose on it. It's it's a bunch of stuff put together, but it's a pretty really cool looking Mustang.
Pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He used to work for the magazine, that RPM magazine.
Okay. Yeah.
He was one of the feature writers and photographers for RPM. He lives in Texas. It's called Apocalypse Horse.
Oh, all right.
It's the name of it. Yeah.
Why not?
It's a beautiful car, man. I'm hoping he gets it together pretty soon. His name's Toby. Just peace. So
cool deal.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Couple more minutes and this day is done.
Yeah. Oh God. Anywho.
What do you got going on for the 4th?
No, we had no plans. We used to go out to my buddy's house out in St. James, but his wife just had a hip replacement, so yeah, no one's really getting together.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're just hanging at the house.
So we're just hanging. I'm waiting to see. They've been blasting heavy duty fireworks. I mean, it's been in the news everywhere, like every night. Even here, just about a couple hours ago, 8 o'clock, you're hearing big stuff out in the background. So I can't imagine what's going to happen on Saturday. It's going to be like World War III.
There's a lot of places that are canceling their shows.
Oh, I know.
Which I'm like, that's kind of stupid.
What Macy's is doing this year is that they're not just doing it. I don't even know if they're doing a city one, but they're doing like 3 or 4 different shows, like one at Coney Island, I think one in Staten Island. They're kind of moving around so more people get a chance so that everybody doesn't go to one place.
Right.
So I guess there'll be 4 smaller shows. Just, I mean, it doesn't account for the people who'll go to each show, and
I'll just be sitting here in the house watching people blow their fingers off.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same.
It happens every year.
Yeah. Oh, I know. There's always idiots. Yeah.
I always make a post on Facebook.
Do you?
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Show a guy missing like 3 fingers.
Yeah, the emergency rooms are always busy. Yeah. Yeah, people never learn. They never learn, even a grown man will forget how to safely light something. I mean, there's a way to do it and a way not to do it.
We used to build like launchers.
Yeah.
Have steel tubing.
Right. Yeah.
And then what we would do is we would actually run 120 volts into them.
Okay. For ignition.
Short circuit. You know, clips.
Sure.
That lights the fuse instantly.
That's great.
Make a box like a control box, and you throw a breaker.
Right.
Poof, 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 and then you just reset all the breakers and load up and go again.
Right.
Had some crazy 4th of July parties.
They've been doing stuff like in the city and up in way up in Harlem. And they're like shooting Roman candles at each other. I mean, they're shooting stuff all over they're shooting it just
light some homeless guy on fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. They're just
not good. Totally not good.
Yeah. But that's so I can't imagine what's going to happen on Saturday. It's going to be insane. But
see that dopey mayor out in Seattle, she finally had that thing taken apart because they marched to her house.
They got near her, right? But that's all it takes.
She's taking a ton of crap for that. Oh, you didn't want to do anything. You thought it was the summer of love. till they showed up at your front door.
I'll bring the police in. Now all of a sudden everybody's calling for the cops, right? Yeah.
I made
Nice.
I said the New York Police Department, since they took away $1 billion, they should all fucking walk away. Let the city burn.
236 cops retired 2 days ago. They put their papers in.
Now this thing's getting ready to go down. Happy
Yeah.
4th of July.
All right, John.